shorter than Gary. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Naomi, just start with your thoughts on being back here in New York and at the US Open.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a really incredible feeling to be back here. I know the last time I sat here, I wasn't playing, so I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity.
Okay, we'll go to questions. Yeah, Russell.
Hi Naomi, Russell Fuller from the BBC. You were describing on social media having this almost out-of-body experience when you've been on the courts recently. Can you tell us a bit more about that and how you're feeling now?
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I've never been from like clay to grass to clay to hard before, but I just felt like I wasn't able to hit the shots that I know I can hit, and that was the most frustrating thing because I felt like I couldn't control the balls the way I wanted to, and for me, I feel way better now. Like I'm able to practice at a really high level, and I hope that I'm able to play matches at a really high level too. But I definitely feel like I needed a lot of like practice time on hard courts.
All right, we'll go to Mani and then Charlie.
Hi Naomi, Dr. Monica from The Guardian. Just on that note, curious, over the years you've kind of at times posted things of that nature, you know, just where you're feeling. Does that like help you in any way to put those feelings out into the world, I guess?
I feel like it does help me. I think it gives me clarity, and also, I don't know, lets people know how I'm feeling. And I think like I don't really do it as much anymore, but I don't know, it's like speaking your words into the universe and letting them go, and after you say it, you're kind of just free from the thoughts that muddle your mind. So
Charlie and then Howard, yeah.
Charlie Eccleshare from The Athletic. Coco was talking yesterday about coming back as a defending champion and the difference in pressure. I just wondered like how you found it both here and in Australia, going back as defending champion, and how it's different pressures, etc.
I mean, for me, I always found it a little difficult, obviously. You might want to ask Sabalenka. She might be a better source. But yeah, I feel like back then I was so focused on like the points dropping off and trying to like do the best that I could to defend. I never really thought about it as a new tournament or a new opportunity. And I think, you know, now after a lot of different experiences, my mind has opened up. So I hope that I'm able to win a tournament, and then I'll answer your question next time.
Howard and then Willie, yeah.
Hi, Naomi. Howard Fenderich with the Associated Press. You spoke about feeling better as you've been practicing lately. Does coming here, and it is the first time in a while that you're here to compete, are there feelings from the successes you've had here that are in your mind that help, knowing how well you've played at this particular tournament in the past and the success you've had here?
Yeah, actually, I I would say I made a promise to myself to be as confident as I can in the fact that I am who I am. I feel like for me, throughout the year, I've had really hard matches, and it kind of dipped my confidence a little. And I wouldn't say that I played bad tennis. I just would say that I played really good players, and I also learned a lot. So I do think coming to this specific tournament helps me out. But also, whenever I step foot here, I don't really think about the two tournaments I won. I just think about how I felt when I was a kid, because I did grow up coming here, and I have such vivid memories of like watching my favorite players. So it's more of a childhood nostalgia that I really enjoy.
Quick
Little follow-up.
Quick follow-up.
Who are those players?
Oh, that I watched? Nadal, Serena, Venus, Sharapova, basically all the famous players that you could name.
Willie and then Courtney.
Naomi, what are your observations on how Coco has dealt with the ups and downs after having won here last year? And what advice might you give her about building on winning your first major?
So I'm laughing because I've been telling you guys for years, but I don't think anyone should take advice from me. I mean, I would say I think she's doing a great job. Like, she's really consistent. She's number 2 right now, right? 3? Yeah, I mean, that's still really good. And I don't know. I just really enjoy watching her progress and her process. And I feel like everyone's life is their own journey. And it's fun to watch hers. And no, it's the most like basic advice, but yeah, she should just keep going, and she's got a really good head on her shoulders.
May I ask one follow-up on an unrelated subject? Your first round match, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like how you say that's unrelated. Yeah. My first round match, I don't know, I think it's gonna be really fun. She's honestly one of my favorite players to watch. I think we're polar opposites in a way, but yeah, I respect her a lot. She was the first player in our generation to win a Grand Slam, and she's a champion, and I don't know, I'm really looking forward to it.
Courtney and then David.
Hi. In terms of, like I think it was either Cincinnati or Toronto, you were talking about working with Simone, not just in a movement coach perspective, but also mental coach a little bit. I'm curious what that is like for you, and is it, like, what is that dynamic like? Kind of how does that work kind of happen? Is it casual, like just because she's part of the team and you just kind of have conversations, or you have sessions? Like, kind of, can you give some insight?
It's honestly both. Like, I remember in Cincinnati, the day before my qualifying match, I was having a really hard time, and like an hour before the match, I asked if I could talk to her, and we talked it through, and then obviously I was able to win the match, and I felt pretty good after that. So you know me, I've had like these moments where I've kind of had a breakdown on court, so I feel like if I didn't talk to her, that might have possibly could have happened again in that moment. So I'm really grateful for her, and we do have like journaling sessions, and she's actually the one that told me to get my little journal book that I read on court sometimes. And yeah, it is kind of more casual, but I think it's just because she knows that's the type of person I am.
All right, we'll do last question in English, David. Yeah.
Hi, Naomi. David Kane, tennis.com. I have a slightly silly question for you because I think you and I are both pretty big Pokemon fans, and I'm curious if there's a combination of 2 types that speak to who you are as a person.
Oh, interesting. I really I could sit here and think about this. Have you asked Nick this? Because he's a Pokemon fan.
Have I asked you? No,
Nick?
no, actually.
Okay, I feel like he would give you an immediate answer. So I think for me, I will just tell you two of my favorite Pokemons, and then you can just go off those. I'm gonna say Charizard, sorry. I used to be the water version, the turtle, but I think I changed my mind to Charizard. And it was like Pokemon X or Y. You know, like the big dragon thing with like the red wings? It's like
Yeah, on the box.
yes,
Yeah.
that one. That one's my favorite. Okay,
We'll do
that's embarrassing.
okay. We'll do questions in Japanese. Yeah, Aki.
Hi, こんにちは。
去年ここに来た時にはテニスしてなかったってさっき言ってましたけど、去年来て、その時に個々の試合とかも確か見てたと思うんですけど、どんなことをその時には、いつぐらいまで復帰できるかなとか、どんなことを考えていて、で実際ここに今戻ってきてどういうふうにこの1年間っていうのを感じてますか？
Yeah, I do. I do remember, like, when I was watching Coco's match the last time I was here, I felt very inspired to play again. And at that time, I didn't know at what level could I play. So I think when I got to Australia earlier this year and when I played the French Open, honestly, I'm a little shocked sometimes at, like, how well the play is. Like, obviously, I want to, like, be in the top 10 and I want to do all these things, but I still, in the back of my mind, remember, like, not being able to run, if that makes sense, or not being able to do a sit-up. And yeah, in some moments I'm really amazed, but I came here with, like, the specific goal of doing the absolute best that I can. I was watching in the stands last year, and I promised myself, like, this is going to be the tournament where I do the best, or hopefully here or Japan or during the Asian swing. So that's kind of where I put all my energy, and I guess we'll see what happens.
I just want to make sure that you said you're shocked, but it's in a good way?
Yeah. I mean, I hope I wouldn't be shocked in a bad way, but yeah, I just feel like this year I'm experiencing so many new things. I've definitely played way more tournaments than I've played before, and I don't know, it's very interesting because I've had practices here where I feel like I'm getting a lot better, and I realize, like, there's so many things that I can do throughout the year that would make me a better tennis player, and I hope that I can just keep learning that way.
Thanks, everyone.
Cool. Thank you.